Listen, Ebro in the morning, Rosenberg, Laura Stiles, and today, Karen Civil.
Sivs.
Hi.
Now, Karen, she was an intern at Hot 97
I know.
At a certain point and transitioned to become this mega social media person.
Yes.
I don't even know what your title is. Like, how would I describe you for the people who don't know what a Karen Civil is?
My business partner, Steve Carlos, actually came up with a name. He calls me an cultural artisan, someone who is in the culture, who puts things together, who's just an architect and just fabulous.
And to tell your story, if I were to put it in a quick synopsis, it would be you were interning, and then you had like deep digital relationships, right? You even worked at was it Jim Jones's clothing store with Dipset clothing when you were an intern?
Yeah. So started with, I started interning for Flex, and even when I was on Flex's show, Hot97.com team left at 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to be like, yeah, let me take the pictures, let me like tape the interviews, and Flex would be like, relax, go set up the records, get the food, relax. So even from then, I just was in love with just doing digital stuff. And then eventually when I moved on, I worked with Diplomat Records and basically all the dipsetmixtapes.com website stuff with Duke the God, and really just went on from there. And I just was like moving around that whole team and just doing so many different things.
But then Wheezy Thanks You was then
Yes.
a big deal.
Yes.
That's what set it all off, was the Wheezy Thanks You website.
And that was your idea.
Yeah, so when he went in, him and Mac were trying to figure out. They're like, listen, he's getting all these he's getting all these letters. He had like maybe 5,000 letters the first week, and he's like, I want to reach out to all these people. I want to figure some stuff out. And I'm like, well, you know what? Let's create this website. And he thought of the name. I was like, let's call it Wheezy Thanks You. And he was like, no, let's just switch some things around. He added the X in there to put his personal touch. And then we launched it like on Father's Day. So he wrote his first letter. I transcribed it, put it on the web. I also scanned the letter so people saw that he actually wrote it. And then he would write about 100 to 200 fans. So you would have to go to the website to see if he answered. And it was incredible for him.
And then you helped Funk Flex launch In Flex We Trust.
Yes. So while I was doing
all that relax, get the food, get the records thing, he was like, yo, I need
now he was just like, he called me randomly at night, was like, yo, Karen. I'm like, what's up? And he was ready to go. He was like, yeah, he wasn't ready then, but he was like, I'm ready now. And I can only appreciate him because he wanted to evolve, and he knew what this digital thing was. And he was like, yeah, I'm ready to take over something new. And I went to go meet him at the station. The first interview and the first live piece was when Wayne called in from jail. Yeah. So Flex got over like 2 million hits on the first day of his site. So he went in digital, and big.
Yeah, sure did. And so digital.
And then Beats hired you.
Yeah. And then Beats by Dre reached out because they saw all the stuff that I was doing with Wayne. They saw the stuff I was doing with Flex. And they reached out and they were like, we're building our social, our digital. We're trying to figure some stuff out. And we just need someone like you who kind of knows it all, because you don't just do one thing. You do so many. And I was like the 12th employee. This is when they were at Interscope. Wow. So I moved to L.A.
I remember
and
that.
Yeah, I was there for like 3.5 years. Yeah.
Left everything behind. A Jersey girl too. You from Jersey, right?
Yeah, originally from Elizabeth, New Jersey, and like I got my first place there. I was content living there. I was like, I got my Nissan, I got my new crib. I was like, I felt like I was doing it big, but then I was like, I'm getting too complacent. I'm getting comfortable. I don't even know why I live here still, and so I was like, let me just move because I know I can continue to build my business, continue to build my site and brand, and it just made sense. And I was like, if it doesn't work, I could come back.
And after going to Beats and after helping Flex, how many artists? Like, run down some of the artists that you've helped create a digital footprint for themselves.
Then I started my Always Civil Enterprise brand because I was like, all right, this is a business and this is a service. This is a service-based thing that I can charge people for. So then it was like Ben Baller and his show, Mark Echo and his book, Unlabel Me, Mary J. Blige, Pusha T. I did some work with Joel Santana again. I'm working with YG now.
Nipsey.
Yeah, Nipsey. I managed Nipsey.
But even Jeezy, didn't you do something
Jeezy.
for Jeezy? Cole?
Yeah, I was doing some stuff with Cole at the beginning, just like he was a new artist, so it just made sense to always continue interviewing him and just use my platform to help grow his brand.
So now I'm seeing you, after all of that, you're on tour now.
Yes.
Now it's the, is it Always Civil or Live Civil tour? What's the name?
It's the Be You and Live Civil tour. So I decided years ago, I went to this thing, it was called Women's on the Move in New York. And so it was a panel of women. It was like, I don't want to say everyone's name, but it was a great panel of women. And I sat in the audience and I was like, yo, this is so dope. This is a great way for me to get an understanding of the business and figuring out my career. And it really helped me a lot. But there was nothing like it. So I was like, you know what? At the beginning of the year, I was like, I want to kind of do something like that. And I want to go on this tour. And I would tell people, and they're like, bloggers don't go on tour. You're not a rapper. I was like, no, I'm going to go on tour. I was like, there's a great way to market myself, meet a new audience. And I was like, I'm going to do all these check-ins, get all these email addresses. And then this is a great way to collect data because I'm going to release a book in 2015. So I was like, at least I can go out and start rallying a fan base. So that's just what I've been doing. It's been 15 different cities. And it's incredible.
So Rosenberg and I see you on tour, and there was we saw a quote from you, and it was, and obviously we know you as an intern, right? So we're
I know the intern. I know that she used to come fill in. She filled in a few times.
With you and Saif.
Yeah, because I didn't know her really when she was an intern. I think she predates me as an intern here.
Yeah,
I think it was before I got here. Like when I got here, but I was never here at night or something like that.
Yeah.
But obviously I've watched Karen. I remember when the promotions department was where she originally interned, was mad at her because she wanted to actually help out with Flex, and she was like, "No, I want."
That's controversial. You can't do that.
It was kind of controversial in the hallways. I used to hear about it. You probably didn't even know about this.
No, I didn't.
It was like a thing. It was like, well, there's this girl Karen. She really wants to be back there with Flex, but we hired her as a promotions intern.
You can't do that.
And I was like, let her go, B.
That's
Like,
nice.
let her shine. But now you're here.
Yes.
So now I see these quotes from you, and for me, it's funny. Mm-hmm. Right, because I know you're this very smart girl, go-getter, very eager, very bright, very all these things. And it's like, I met a young journalist the other day who was coming to one of your panels. She was like, I just really want to hear Karen talk about how she overcame and about all the obstacles she had to jump over. And I was like, obstacles? Wow.
Y'all weren't nice to me when I was interning.
Of course not. You're an intern.
That's not obstacles. That's called life.
Listen, it is obstacles when you're the only female in a male-dominated industry.
Okay.
It is not easy. And I tell this story all the time. It was not easy. Flex did not say my name or look in my direction for the first 3 months.
He still doesn't say my name.
Listen, you get discouraged easily. You get discouraged easily.
I guess listen, hearing you say it, people need to hear it. Take Cypher Sounds. Cypher Sounds got shit on by Funkmaster Flex, not for 3 months, for a decade.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, this is true.
A 10-year span.
Under the assumption that one day Flex would retire.
And he
that
would
never
get
happened.
and that still hasn't happened.
Yeah. No, but what I do add is I tell people, I came into it looking like I did have an ego, and I had this instant gratification of I'm going to go in, I'm going to start working there, I'm going to be great in a year. And so I explained my journey of, Flex didn't speak to me the first 3 months. I didn't get this, I didn't get that. But then at the end, I explained to people, it's about time. It's understanding you have to have patience. It's not going to come. You have to check your ego, and it's things like that I end like my talks with. It's not just about that instant gratification of, oh my gosh, I need it to happen right now. If it doesn't happen right now, it's never going to happen. And that was something that I faced very young, because I felt like if I don't get this position with Flex, or it's over for me. And it should have never been like that. And that was just my thinking. And I try to help people step outside of that and understand, like, it's going to be bigger than the time that you want. It's not going to happen exactly the way you want it to.
In retrospect, right, when you look at the time that you put in, when you're talking to because I have the same conversation, right? And a lot of it is about the rites of passage and time in the game and consistency over a period of time.
Yes.
Right? And a lot of people, when they're 22 and their parents are like, okay, you're out of college now, what are you going to do with your life? You can't live fuck here, get out.
Yeah.
Right? It's scary, right? You don't know what you're going to do. You don't know where the money's coming from. But you also have a lot of time ahead of you, right?
Yes.
Where if you are patient, consistent, and accessible, and you're doing something that you love, you will eventually get paid doing what you love.
Yes. And this goes back to, me eventually saying, I put in the first 6 to 7 months, and I had to realize, like, this is really nothing. Everyone who was on Flex's team was with him for years, and they're still with him. So I had to understand, like, Karen, you have to play an important role. You have to figure out what you're doing. You actually have to come in earlier. You have to get things done without him asking, and really be instrumental in this team, and understand, like, you can't just do the small things that are asked of you. You have to go far and beyond, and to really show him that you really want to be here, and you have to do this for yourself. So I had to put in that hard work, that determination, and understand it's going to take a while. And then at the end, I loved every minute minute of it, and I enjoyed my time with him, and like Mr. C used to have the talks with me in the back. So it's just like it was actually incredible.
Do you, the young people that, because I know you always have some staff, right? Do you ever have to have that conversation with young people where you're like, yo, this is not for you? This world that you would love to be in, and this thing that you claim that you love, this is not your strength.
You know, I do have the conversation with certain people because they're at that point where I was, where they want that instant gratification of, okay, Karen, well, I've been working with you for 2 months, and they just want to be on the private
2
plane
months.
with Jeezy, and I'm like, it don't work like that. You know what I mean? And so I have those talks a lot, unfortunately. You know, you can hire 10 people and 3 may work out. It's like 7 people aren't going to make the cut because they're just like, all right, well, they're looking at Instagram and Twitter and all social media and seeing everybody with it, and they feel like, well, if I don't have it now, I'm not doing it. So, yeah. Those conversations happen a lot.
How many people that you came up with, right? Because there's like when I talk to, you know, the Blogzillas, and Blogzilla tells me about him and Nicole Bitchie and him being on the couch and them figuring out their blogs, right? And I talked to Low Key and B Dot, and y'all had your whole little clique of bloggers that were kind of coming up together, right?
Yeah.
In that, you know, mid 2000 range when it was really starting to pop. How many of those people, names that we don't know, fell off? Like that you were a part of that clique that you guys had. Did everybody make the cut?
No, I don't think everybody made the cut. A lot of people transition to do other things.
Got it.
So, you know, they just realize, you know what, this is not for me. Let me move on to doing something else. But yeah, everybody doesn't make the cut.
And you were in love with B Dot.
No. Let's get this straight.
You
People
and B Dot were an item. You guys were like the blogger.
No.
That is a couple.
No. Don't do that. First of all, me and B Dot have never dated.
Karen Civil and B Dot together is K Dot.
No.
Don't you dare.
Don't Kendrick Lamar. Stop it.
Sorry.
All right, listen. Me and B Dot have never dated. Me and B Dot are actually great friends. I met B Dot when I worked at Diplomat Records, and my best friend lived in Delaware. So when I used to always go to Dover, Delaware, B Dot went to college there.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I used to go to what's the concert things they do? Homecoming? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I used to go to Homecoming. I used to always see B Dot there.
He tried to holler at you.
No. He was working. I forget the name of the magazine. He was.
That was when he was at whatchamacallit, one of them, some magazine from back then, or like smaller hip hop magazine. I can't
Yeah,
remember the
he
name.
was at one of them. He used to always have the magazine, like, what's up, and we built a friendship from there. So I've known him for a very long time, and he actually put me on to people early. He's the one who actually told me about J. Cole. He was like, yeah, I go to the barbershop with this guy. You got to check out his music. Then, you know, it's just like, I go to B Dot for a lot of things because he puts me on artists early, and we have a.
He's got a good ear. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
B Dot,
don't
settle
do
down.
that.
Sometimes.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, you riding for your boo now?
No, it's not my boo. I'm writing for him and his ear because he's to me, he can be a great A&R. He was great with Macklemore.
Yes, true.
Mac Miller.
Pharrell Happy. Yo,
But
B Dot was on
Kendrick.
Pharrell Happy before
Kendrick.
anybody. Yo,
Which
I gotta
shade
give
you
him
about
that.
to say? Which shade you about to say, Rosenberg?
Because you just named 2 white rappers. You know how easy it is to guess that white
Don't-
rappers will be stars?
But he picked Pharrell Happy.
Yo, guess what? Want me to put my money in? G-Eazy's gonna pop off. It's going to happen. Guaranteed. That's not.
No, listen. All
And I
right.
love Jeezy, but
I
I'm
wasn't
saying-
done. I
Okay,
wasn't
sorry,
done
sorry.
because you wanted to throw that little jab in here.
It wasn't a jab, it's my guy,
It's
but-
Kendrick. He had Kendrick, J. Cole. It was some. He had
You
some
riding for
folks.
your boo, man.
No, listen, it's not my boo. He's a great individual.
No, he is.
He's a great individual.
While we talk shit to each other, and I prefer that relationship between me and B Dot. It keeps everybody sharp.
Me and him are cool. I'm definitely not at the point where I'm
Well,
gonna
no,
say he's
he
a great
likes white
individual.
rappers. He doesn't like white people. That's different.
No, I mean,
No,
I don't-
he likes good music. He likes good music. I'll say that. I'll say that.
All right, so now you're in a hot relationship. I'm hearing you're dating like some superstar out here that you're keeping from everybody. Some like rich businessman or some sort of.
That's not true. That's not true. I met somebody early at the beginning of the year. I actually met him through.
And we can't know him. We're not allowed.
No, I met him. I met him through Meek because me and Meek Mill are great friends. I met him through him, and we actually became friends. Like we would just hang out, go bowling, do the regular things.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. And then from there, we just connected and kicked off. So yeah, I'm like in a relationship for the first
Are you in
time
love?
in a
Is
long
Karen
time.
Civil in love?
Yes, I'm in love and I'm happy.
Is this your first time being in love?
I don't want to say. I will say yes. I will say yes because other situations I forced love. I will say that. I forced it because I wanted to have it all and say I have a career and I have a boyfriend. Even though I know the people that I dated in the past weren't the best. I just forced it on myself.
So many dudes try to highlight Karen Civil. At a certain point, the rumor was Karen Civil was a lesbian. It was like, because you was giving no one rhythm. The dude, I mean, because your body's crazy. You got a crazy body, pretty face. You was getting, getting your business together. The Live Civil's thing is popping. And then dudes was like, nah, she's a lesbian.
No, I mean, I kind of heard that sometimes, but I'm like, I'm not a lesbian. I'm just not interested.
Sucker.
I went through that phase in high school where I just didn't date anyone. I didn't like boys, but I wasn't. There's nothing wrong with it. I do think women are very attractive, but I'm not a lesbian.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. It's just I just wasn't interested because I knew, I have this one path, I have this one opportunity.
You were
if you
focused.
you start dating one person, it's gonna people are gonna focus more on that relationship than you as an individual, as a business woman. So I just decided to choose my career.
How many more this tour? What's the name of the tour that you're on?
Live Civil and BU tour.
And if, let's say, somebody wanted to bring you to their campus so they could have some empowering dialogue with Karen Civil, is that still available? Are you still booking dates, or is this thing done?
It's gonna be done at the end of the year, and then I'm gonna figure out something new. This was just kind of like a marketing idea for me, and something I enjoyed, but I did the dates.
What are you marketing yourself to the average person for? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I want people to understand that you have options, because they see reality TV, unfortunately, is taking over. They see the Kardashian women, and all these people can be great, but I just want them to see, here's a young individual. This is somebody who grew up in Elizabeth, New Jersey, who pursued her dreams. And I feel like I can identify with them, and they can identify with me and understand, listen, I can at least try. She tried, and look how far she came.
And more than pursue your dreams, you worked for what you wanted.
I worked hard for it. Yeah.
You didn't just sit around and look pretty. You was grinding.
I worked hard for it, and that's what I want the next generation to see. She really worked and put in the time and sacrificed, and it worked for her. And maybe I should do the same thing with my career. Maybe I should even just take the first step. Yeah.
And even now, you're at the point where not only do you have your own business, but philanthropy has become a big piece of. I saw, and you even told me that you're working for a school in Haiti, and you're putting together some programs down in Haiti with a whole organization. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I just thought it made sense for my birthday. I was like, I want to do something bigger, because for my birthday I usually do a big dinner, and I go on this extravagant vacation. I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I was like, I'm at the point of, I've done it for the last 7 years. I want to do something bigger than me, because this year to me was incredible. And I was like, I've had so many great blessings. Let me try to bless someone else's life. So these kids at this program did not have a playground, and it's about 550 kids in the school, but it's 1,000 in the neighborhood. So I worked with this organization. We came together, and they told me how much it would cost. It was like $41,000. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's donate. Let's work together to get it done. So it's going to officially open in February. My parents are from Haiti and Port-au-Prince, and it just made sense for that to be the first step in something that I do that's selfless, that's outside of the normal, Karen Civil hip-hop stuff. So using my platform for good.
Well, we're very proud of you here.
Thank you.
At least I am. Rosenberg thinks you don't like him.
Listen, me and Rosenberg are good. So this is what he does.
What do I do?
So no, listen.
You can just say he's a little bitch sometimes.
No. He gets really emotional, and I have male traits. So it's just I can't figure out how to stroke it and make him feel better. And it's just no, it is true. This is what he does. I will comment. Listen, no. I will comment or say something. It stems from Instagram. I will comment or say something on your Instagram, Ebro. This man will wait till between the hours of 1 and 6 a.m. and say something snooty back to me.
That's unintentional.
Thinking I won't see it. Of
course I know.
Thinking, she's probably asleep. This is the best time. This is the best time to give her a nice little read, a nice little jab.
No way.
And I'm like, what is that about? The last one he did was for Summer Jam. He was like,
I remember that one.
He was like, oh, now you like us. I was like, you are being such a little bitch. And I was like, you know what? Okay.
All right, let me get a chance. Here, first of all, I know you see everything on Instagram. You're not someone who I believe doesn't check your Instagram.
You purposely do it during
that's just when I scroll through Instagram.
No. I feel like he sets his alarm and he goes 2:30.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, no.
Let me fuck with Karen Civil right now.
No, here's what happened.
Go ahead.
You filled in on our show.
Yes.
When your brand was getting big, but not quite where it is today.
Yes.
Right? You were still popping. You were doing your thing. I'm not saying you weren't.
I definitely
But we
did.
and you didn't have even that much experience, and we put you on. You did a great job.
You did.
And then I don't know. I just didn't get any sense of loyalty to the show after that.
I mean,
And we take and here people who generally come from here. There's a lot of loyalty within here. So that I just get personal about it. But listen, it doesn't matter because I'm the only one who's like that. Half the other people around here don't seem to give a shit.
No. But since you brought it up, let's address it. I will say, Hot 97 itself, from Angie to Ebro to Flex to Mr. C, has given me numerous opportunities. A lot of things have happened here for me, and I'm not taking that for granted. I understand, you guys let me fill in, and you let me do a lot of things to figure out like what I
drove you home every day. We were like friends.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Man.
Yeah,
it ain't even about the other part.
So I think it got weird for you. You have to understand, I do have a website, so I have to post certain things and certain content,
and you gotta get as much exposure as possible.
Yeah, and I do listen, and I do have a relationship with somebody you may not necessarily get along with. I do have a relationship with them, just like I have a relationship with Ebro. It's nothing wrong with that. You know what? You can go, hey Karen, what's up? I'll speak back to you. We don't.
Why she talking to you like this?
I didn't do anything
No, I'm just
I don't think you'd ever not hit me back.
No,
I don't think
saying,
that. I'm just like.
No, you can't. It's just you're looking at it from a personal standpoint. Like me and her have a friendship. You understand? And then it's just like...
And he's like, yo, I want Karen Civil all to
all
myself.
Right, you know
Fuck
what?
everything.
We go to Disneyland, we go to things like that. Well, when you come to LA, and I said this to Marissa, like, you guys had something in LA. I didn't know about it. I was like, why didn't they tell me? I would have loved to come.
You brought up Marissa Mendez, who's one of your little besties. Y'all kind of came up. Well, I was friends, right? Jersey girls.
Yeah.
I just assumed...
Y'all not friends no more.
No. We're still friends. Me and her.
Why are you trying to take us somewhere else? No one knows who the fuck Marissa is. I love her. God bless her. But we're staying here.
Well, no, listen.
Time out, all you motherfuckers. Listen. Stop shitting on Marissa Mendez. Be nice.
I love Marissa Mendez.
And stop fucking getting emotional.
No, but listen.
Let the story play out.
You came to LA. You and Cypher. Cypher, I'm used to because he doesn't talk to anybody. He doesn't do anything.
That's
so
true.
I don't take it personal. I'll randomly see him. He goes, hey, Karen, what's up? And then goes about his business.
Okay.
But you didn't even hit me or say anything. You didn't. I was like, damn, I didn't know they were here. I would have loved to come to. You did improv. I would have loved to come to improv. She was like, oh, okay. Well, she was like, yeah, he said, I wonder if Karen Civil is coming. I said, he would have to send me an effing invite for me to come. I didn't know until I saw it on Instagram.
Well, you do stuff and we never hear from you. I'm one of the only people here who would support Nipsey. I never hear from you about Nipsey. Never. He's here in 2 weeks. No idea there was even a concert happening. I don't know anything about Nipsey. And Nipsey's my guy.
Listen, so let's fix this. Anytime it's a Nipsey event in NYC, I am going to CC you on the email.
I mean, you should want to reach out to the DJs who actually plays music. I mean, I'm one of the few. I'm one of the few in New York who know what's up.
I understand that. Listen, we're 2 weeks away from it. There are other things that are going to happen for him that you actually are getting invited to.
Y'all going.
You didn't even give me the opportunity to invite you.
I've never gotten an email. You don't email me. I don't get emails.
Yes, I do. We used to talk on the Google chat. Don't do that.
We did used to G-chat. We don't anymore.
Because I'm not on there
can I
as
jump
much.
in? Now I've let you guys go around. What I'm hearing as an outsider is Dr. Phil moment. Can I work through this? As an outsider listening to you guys argue back and forth, Karen Civil and Rosenberg, what it sounds like is because Syph is a bad communicator, Karen was feeling like Syph didn't invite her out and probably lumped some of Syph's horrible ability to communicate.
No, you know what? I don't want to say he's a bad communicator. He just doesn't care about certain things, and it's
true.
okay.
That's true.
Yes.
True.
Now, she's right about that 100%.
True. May have lumped some of that into you, and you obviously can be sensitive. You own that. Yes, you can be sensitive.
Yes, once I feel like I've been very personal with someone, and granted, it was just like a week, but we sat next to each other for a week from 6 to 10. That makes me feel somewhat personal with someone.
We can hug this out.
No,
when you come to
I don't know
LA,
what I'm talking about.
Guys.
When you come to LA, we'll go to Disneyland. We'll walk out.
Why
we'll
you
talk
keep
about
bringing
our
up
dogs.
Disneyland?
Why Disneyland all the time? I'm not 6.
Because that's just my place to go to fix everything. Okay. And I want a free ticket there.
So just as an outsider, it feels like a vicious circle of bad communication and each one taking the other's activity personal. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, for you.
You too.
I
saw you at the BET Awards. You acted weird
because you were like, "Hey." I was like,
"No, I wasn't." I was like, "Hi," and you were like, "Hi," and just walked away. It was just weird. Yeah, and guess what? I am a sensitive little bitch. So what?
And I make it worse. I make it worse, Karen. It's my fault because when he says, "Yo, I saw Karen. We didn't really talk." I'm like, she doesn't like white people.
Yo, no, she doesn't.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I definitely.
And by the way, I
definitely dated white.
And
don't do that.
Oh, you dated white too.
Yeah.
By the way, I love you, Marissa. I just wanted him to shut up.
Shit got crazy.
We can work this out. We can work it out.
Yeah,
I mean, she's friends with so many people who annoy me. It'll be hard. And I'm gonna tell you one thing right now.
That's not true.
Tons,
that's not
endless,
true.
endless.
Listen,
Everyone on the internet annoys me.
Listen, I put him and B-Dot in the same room. It was so cordial.
No, me and B-Dot are always cool. Me and B-Dot are fine.
See?
But here's my point.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say one last thing because I don't like seeing people not being honest. What's ironic to me about Karen Civil is that her success has come from her online personality. And I hate your online personality.
Why?
I like you in real life. That's it. I don't.
Really?
I just think I think she comes off as smarmy and annoying. I think I do.
I don't agree with you.
Well, listen. To me, I'd rather have you say you don't like my character than like me in real life. And then whenever I see her, I'm like, I love Karen. I think she's mad cool. But I find her character to seem like. It ends up. No, you know what? Maybe I wouldn't think that if we were on good terms. But when your terms are kind of questionable, if you
You know what? He sees the quotes. He sees certain things like she doesn't even call me.
Wouldn't
she doesn't
you find
even speak to me.
Couldn't you see it
like
from
the
my perspective?
nerve of her. Yes, I understand. We'll fix
like
this
having
after
these
this.
life quotes from someone else. Get the fuck with your life quotes the fuck out of here right now.
Like you don't even speak to me. All right.
Your life quotes. But anyways, I'm glad you were very honest. That was
okay.
Nice.
We'll
and I love your
we'll
charity
work
thing.
it out.
I think the Haiti thing's tremendous.
Thank you. Can I
And
get
also,
some money?
yes, actually, you could have gotten some money.
No, I still do need some.
You still need some more money?
I mean, it's.
Can I get my name on a seat? I want my name on a seesaw on the underside of the seesaw.
Okay,
Why the seesaw though?
Why where kids' asses are? You know what? Forget it. Don't put me on the seesaw.
Listen,
I want to be near the seesaw.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
And I want to do some stuff.
Karen,
with
you
Nipsey.
feel good about this? You feel good about this?
No, I feel good. I feel like we finally resolved it.
Okay.
We finally
I didn't even know there was an it. I didn't even know
No,
there
yes
was
you
Stop
did.
it.
Yes you did.
You just
Yes,
finished
did.
saying you don't want to lie. You knew it was
Yeah,
in it.
you knew it was.
She knows in it.
Yeah,
you know it was in it. I knew it was in it.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Bullshit.
But listen, we'll be good. And I just look at it like, oh, the fact that I speak to Ebro, I was like, yeah, okay, that's really because I speak to Ebro.
Well, Karen
I speak to
knows I
everyone.
don't give a fuck. So I'm just if you doing a great job and you working hard,
Ebro.
I'm reaching out to you and being like,
Ebro,
yo, let's work.
But that's the problem with you. You can't take anything you say seriously. If Hitler walked in here, you'd be like, yo, my G, the trains are running on time, though.
I'd be like, listen, my man,
The trains? Yo, no one's train is late when Hitler's in power. I got you, my man.
let's roll. Karen Civil, we're very proud of you. Guys, give it up for Karen.
Thank you.
And it's KarenCivil.com.
Yes, KarenCivil.com, LiveCivil.com. That's pretty much it.
You hear that voice? That was what I was talking about.
You don't like that?